Hey everybody, this is the second episode during the Great Quarantine. Welcome back. Hope you're okay. Sticker we're talking about today is pretty special. Is this Kevin Staub bus sticker? I've been looking for this sticker for 2 years. I'm not kidding. I have posted it multiple times in my sticker collector Facebook page that I'm a member of. No one's willing to sell it to me ever. One time a guy was like, I totally have it. And I was like, can I buy it? And he was like, nah. Like, it's incredible. It's well, it's like you decide you want something and you're like, I want this. And you don't get it right away. And the longer it takes, the more you're like, should I give up? Maybe I'll never get this sticker. Maybe I have to start thinking about life and how I'll live it without having this sticker in my possession. Is it okay to just have an image of it? Maybe. But I had started to give up emotionally. But I figured I was stuck here in my house, like all of us are. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for broke. And I reached out to a friend of mine who has skateboard connections. And he reached out to somebody else. And I got the sticker. And it was free. Which is crazy. Because this is expensive. A guy on Facebook, I was like, I'm looking for the sticker. And he was like, yeah, man, I almost bought one off eBay a year ago. But it got too expensive. And I haven't seen it since, so the next time it's up there, I'm basically going to throw my whole wallet at it. And I was like, yeah, I understand. So the fact that I got it's crazy. The fact that it was free is crazier. And the person who gave it to me, I can't thank enough. I'm not going to say who, but so rad, so surprising, so encouraging that I got it. There are many reasons I love the sticker. First of all, I'm not even sure when it was done. I kind of think it was about 1990 or 1991. There's a version like this that was a deck, and it was like a submarine that's like this with multiple Kevin Staub characters. And I think that came out in 90 or 89. I'm not sure where this came out because I've only seen like a picture of the board once, and it didn't have a date. Hold on. Let's count colors. Fluorescent yellow, like tennis ball yellow. Fluorescent pink. Blue. Green blue. Black. I think that's it. It's 5. And it's incredibly well made and well drawn. What I like about it, just from drawing perspective, the bus looks very like machine made, like a technical drawing that you may see in like a clip art book or like some sort of old technical journal type situation. So it looks the bus looks like it was done with like a ruler, and there's a halftone on it, so it looks like there's printing involved. But then the Kevin Staub characters are very like hand drawn and organic feeling. What's so fantastic to me about this sticker is it's so rare in skateboarding that it's basically like a graphics all-star team. It's the Kevin Staub graphics all-star team. It's his Mount Rushmore. There's 4 of them. It's basically his most famous graphics in one place. You never see that in skateboarding. Very rarely does someone be like, here's my most famous designs, all incorporated together. He also has done it more than once. In other designs, like in other boards, the like pirate will show up with like the witch or the mad professor. Well, it's amazing. It's just, I don't know how he decided to do that, but it's awesome. There are 4 characters in it. The first one is his most famous graphic, which is the Mad Professor, which I think was done in 1986. It's by John Lucero, legend, like one of the greatest graphics guys ever. Then you have the pirate character, which was done by Lance Wellborn, I think in 87. Genie character and the witch, I'm almost positive they were done by Kevin Staub. The graphics, the decks are in here, and they just say his name. So I think he did them. And I'm pretty sure he made this sticker. I think he did the bus and put the characters on it. Maybe he redrew the characters and put them in here. It's so, when I didn't even know it existed. I saw it like 2 years ago and I was like, holy shit, that's the greatest image. Because it instantly reminded me, if you're old like me, there was a cartoon called Scooby Doo. You probably, if you're young, you've seen the movies. But there was a cartoon in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I don't know when it started. I saw it in like syndication. But Scooby Doo would have like celebrity guests on the show. So as a kid, I would always be hoping that I would come across the episode where like Batman and Robin were in it. Because you'd be watching Scooby Doo and all of a sudden Batman and Robin in there. And it was like universes colliding that you didn't know could be in the same place together. There's an episode of Scooby Doo with Phyllis Diller, famous comedian Phyllis Diller. There's one with Sonny and Cher. There's one with Mama Cass. And your little brain, your little kid brain is just like, how is this happening? Who let this happen? How did they get all of the people involved and the ownership of all the rights and things to come together? And you're like, this is the best. This is the best morning before school. I get to see Batman and Robin running around with Scooby and Shaggy and Velma in the van. It was so great. And the first time I saw this sticker, that's what happened to my brain. I was like, holy shit, it's Scooby Doo celebrity guest time. It's so great. It's almost like it's like rewarding. If you were a fan of Kevin Staub, this sticker is like a reward for you. Like, hey man, thanks for being a fan. Here's all of my guys, and we're all on a bus. Are we going to school? I don't know. It says Sims Staub Skate Squad on the sticker. That's his skate squad. Those are his characters and his graphics. It's the best. It's so like pure. It's a rare thing in skateboarding, graphics-wise, where there's nothing about it that's trying to be like scary or like sinister or like screw the system. These graphics are just like great looking, incredibly colorful, fun, not corny, badass. And I think it has a lot to do with Kevin Staub himself. Because if you want a good time, look up images of Kevin Staub as a skater in the 80s. He looks fantastic. He had crazy dyed hair all the time. He always wore like crazy top hats. His clothing was just like this rainbow situation. He always had like multicolored like leggings and shorts and then like bright Vision streetwear shoes and like a pink helmet or a purple helmet. Everything was crazy looking. He was just this explosion of color that was like nobody else really at the time that I can remember. And every time you saw him skate, you knew exactly who it was in a second. You're like, oh, it's Kevin Staub. Because it was just this like visual cacophony of stuff. And it's a rare thing when someone dresses crazy and is super skillful. Staub is a great skater. He was a great skater. He's still a good skater. And most of the time when someone dresses like super, super wacky, it's like because they don't know how to do shit. They're not that rad at stuff, so they're kind of like, it's a smokescreen. That was not the case with him. He was total ripper, and he looked crazy. And it was great, because it made him so unique, and it made him stand out from everybody else. Is even though the 80s were skating was new, and everyone, you couldn't go to the mall and necessarily buy skate clothes the way you can now. There are a lot of people who looked similar. Everyone's wearing like jimmies and shorts and like a cutoff t-shirt. It was like surf style or maybe a little punk style. And I don't even know how you categorize the way Staub was dressing. It's like Renaissance Fair meets San Francisco psychedelia. It is great. It's like Grateful Dead and Z-Boys. It was all over the place. And, again, great skating, great inverts, just like good tricks and good graphics. Totally himself. It's important. People like that are important. Skilled weirdos are very important because they tell little young future weirdos that it's okay. You see people like that and you're like, that person's cool. What they're doing, I know is cool. They're doing it in a really unique way.
just like only themselves. They're expressing themselves. They don't seem to care about what other people think. That's cool. Maybe I can do something like that too. Maybe I can embrace how weird I think I am. Because if you're a person, like, you know, growing up in like a normal suburb, the stuff around me I didn't find like terribly inspiring. So when I saw unique, weird things, visuals or music or fashion, I'd be like, wait a minute. That's interesting, more interesting than what I'm seeing around me. What is that? Who is that person? What do they do? Why is it okay for them to do that? Why are they doing that? You see it in music going back, like people like Bowie, people like glam rock, New York Dolls, Alice Cooper. There has to be people that do stuff. They take the risk, they take the heat, and then after them, a bunch of people are like, great, we can go do whatever we want and be weird. People like Staub are basically a permission slip to get your weird on, you know? And I can't speak to how important those people are enough. Because without all the weirdos that come after these people, you don't get cool stuff. You don't get cool art, cool music, cool graphics, cool anything, cool fashion. That shit is made by the weirdos, by the outcasts, by the nerds. And you need people to inspire them, so they make the stuff. So it's a circle. It's a long circle. And what graphics like this and like his style, the ripple effect it created was great. You know, I'm appreciative of it. I'm not even like a super expressive weirdo when it comes to clothes, but like I love having the knowledge that whatever I want to do, I can basically get away with it as long as I'm good at stuff and it's sincere and I believe in it, because that's what people like him have done. But this sticker is fucking mind-blowing. I don't know if anyone else likes it as much as me, but like I've posted about it like, hey, can someone sell me this? And occasionally people are like, oh, I can't find that thing. And the people that have it are like, oh, I'm keeping this thing. And by the way, it's tiny. This is like 1.25 inches by like maybe 2.5 inches. It's a tiny sticker. But visually, it is a explosion. It's a total powerhouse of a graphic. I love it, man. I couldn't believe I got it in the mail. I couldn't believe it. I like sent out a feeler to get it. And I was like, and then everything happened. It was like, hey, maybe I get the sticker. And then the whole world shut down. I was like, there's no way this person's going to remember that they're going to send this to me. And then one day, just this little tiny envelope showed up. By the way, more than one sticker in it. We're going to talk about a couple of the other ones I got in there too. But I just couldn't. I was like, what a nice thing to have happen during a seemingly terrible time. So I hope you guys are all hanging in there. I hope you're isolating, staying home. Give the person you're isolating with a break, because they're stuck with you too. Even if you're by yourself, give yourself a break. This is weird. This is new stuff. Don't feel like you have to pretend it's normal. It's definitely not. For those of you that watched the last episode, you know, it was very coincidentally released the day Grosso passed away, which was very surprising and very sad. And that guy was the best. I'm glad I coincidentally was talking about how he's the best and great. But rest in peace, Jeff Grosso. Total ripper, keeper of the Stoke, total weirdo, and a guy that promoted weirdos. Watch his episodes. Staub's in them, talking about being weirdos and graphics and whole thing. Inverts, tricks. But that is why this sticker is hands down one of my top stickers ever. Take it easy.